What a week it was in Michigan. Great news from the governor and the MHSAA that all sports will soon be back in the mitten. But we did have sports last week. We had volleyball up north, soccer in the Northeast, and more. You can always depend on us for nearly 2 decades. State Champs starts now. What's happening, Michiganders? Welcome to another episode of State Champs presented by Lawrence Technological University. Of course, you know we are elated that volleyball, soccer, and football will be playing throughout the state very soon. In fact, Mark Ewell will be along to give you the impact of last week's decision. Also, we dug through our treasure trove of highlights and we have the best of what took place last week. So, let's get to it.
Jake Vandenberg from the Northeast Michigan area. Let's start off with volleyball as the Untitled Cardinals hosted a Tri-Invitational, and one of their matches was against the Charlevoix Raiders. First set we go. The Raiders went on a 4-0 run to start things off, which included this kill from Claire Shelton. Charlevoix rolling early. Back come the Cardinals. Bria Domke slaps one up the middle. The Raiders are able to keep it alive, but Aubrey Benson says, "Leave it on your side." She finished with 6 kills in the match. After a back-and-forth set between these two teams, the Raiders had the slight edge as they took set 1, winning 25-21, and that momentum continued into set 2. Zoe Brodin is going to set up the libero, Patria Morel, for the cross-court spike. Charlevoix takes set 2, winning 25-17. Ottaway did everything they could in the third set to avoid getting swept as Adria Domke goes with the lob serve, and that barely stays in play for the ace. Later in the set, Cardinals moving the ball to the outside. Bria Domke gives it a hard swing. She finished with 10 kills in this match. Ottaway fought back and took set 3, 25-19, but Charlevoix was able to take the match, winning 2-1. On to boys soccer, the Alpino Wildcats were looking for their 4th win of the season, but they had to get past the Falcons of Ogama Heights. Hey, let's go to the highlights. The Falcons were putting the pressure early on the Wildcats with their scoring opportunities, including this look from Isaac Devine as this shot goes way left. Late in the half, Jack Juarez with the cross, but senior goalkeeper Matthew Diamond is able to cut through traffic and avoid another opportunity. We're scoreless at half, but the Falcons hit the ground running early in the second half. Off the free kick, Lucas Cordemanche is able to find the back of the net as Ogama Heights is able to strike first. 20 minutes left in regulation. Off the corner kick, Mike Clark sends a beautiful ball to Abe Breggy, and his header, just wide left. Good idea there off the corner kick. Final minute, last chance for the Wildcats off the free kick, but Jake Bones is able to prevent another scoring opportunity from the Wildcats. Ogama Heights hands Alpena their first loss of the season. 1-0 is your final score.
I'm Greg Molson at the Flint Golf Club for the 27th Annual Charger Invitational hosted by Flint Powers Catholic, and the tournament featured some of the best teams and players in the state, starting with South Lyons' Gabby Tapp, the defending Division II individual state champion. She hits the nice approach shot on the 4th. She finished in 5th place, shooting a 79. Jennifer Liu of Ann Arbor Pioneer powers one out of the sand on the 2nd. She finished in 4th place, one shot better than Tapp. It was another South Lyon Lion finishing in 3rd. Katie Potter showing off some nice touch with the pitch on the 10th. She shot a 75, leading South Lyon to a 3rd place finish in the team race. The individual race would come down to a couple of Saginaw Valley League rivals, Grand Blank's Kate Brody and Powers Catholic's Jolie Brochu. Brody, who finished 3rd in the D1 state finals as a freshman last year, shot a 74 that could easily have been better as she just missed on a number of putts. She ended up needing one more to drop as Brochu beat her by 1 stroke. The senior, who's finished 2nd in the state in Division III in each of the past 2 years, gets the birdie on the 7th And later, saves par with a clutch putt on the 13th on her way to earning medalist honors with a 73. Brody and her teammates did win the team title, though. Grand Blanc, who finished 5th in the state in Division I last year, takes first place with a score of 325 by 17 shots over second-place Powers, the Division II runner-up last year, on a beautiful day for golf at the Flint Golf Club.
I'm Kevin Trzynski reporting from the tennis courts at Brother Rice, where the Warriors squared up against the Seaholm Maples. And we start with one doubles. Nate Grobel and Sam Brockhaus, both juniors representing the Warriors. And they took on the Maple senior duo of Johnny Cross and Brandon Lamb. Grobel with the serve, a few hits at it, and then a wonky volley return by Cross, and Lamb getting the point here for Seaholm. The junior Grobel with the serve again. Keep your eye on the Maple and Gray closest to the net. Brandon Lamb delivers the slam, and Seaholm looking strong early on. Grobel yet again with the serve, but this time he gets the point as it's batted into the net, and the Warriors needed that to keep it close. But the Seaholm seniors came out on top in one doubles, winning the third set 6-3. To one singles we go, and it was a senior taking on a junior again, but it's flip-flopped. Rice with the senior and captain Doug Prue, who squared up against junior David Shepard. Prue with the laser serve. Shepard tries to put some topspin into that one, but it's into the net. The nice serve by Prue sets the tone for the match. The Maple junior serve here is an excellent one, just inside the line and a huge point for Shepard. One of the best volleys of the day came right here on the Prue serve. This one going back and forth until Shepard hits this one outside, and the senior Prue won the first set 6-0. David Shepard kept it close in the second set, and yet another great volley by both parties. Shepard steps up to the net and drops a shot that Prue can't catch up to. But this night belonged to Prue and the Warriors. Prue getting the two-set win via the tiebreaker here, and Brother Rice Tennis defeats Birmingham Seaholm 5-3.
Hi, I'm Mark Ewell, MHSAA Executive Director, and I just want to share a few thoughts with you regarding sports in the pandemic. Over the last 6 months, it's been a unique time for all of us. This literally has been a once-in-a-generation experience for us all. Since last March, the MHSAA has been looking for that way where we can get back to activity safely. COVID is very real. All of us need to continue to do all the right things in terms of wearing a mask and staying socially and physically distant when we can. But also, a big part of that health and safety message of the MHSAA is also for our student athletes' mental health and overall wellness. Since last March, our kids have had almost nothing that has been normal in their lives. Social relationships around kids at school, enjoying a meal in the cafeteria, being in class, all of those things that forever we just took for granted is being in junior high or in high school. Sports this fall, and with all of our fall sports being able to move forward, we're hoping that this one thread of normalcy can be what our kids need right now as we try and move forward through this pandemic. It's important to know that the MHSAA will continue to follow all executive orders. Everything that Governor Whitmer is doing through these times of the pandemic, we will follow. Executive Order 160 back in early August really created some issues for all of us in those fall sport plans. With football, it really stopped us from moving from that first week of practice from helmets only to fully padded practice. It's also that same order that put a pause on our young women getting back into the gyms and the pools for volleyball and swim, and also stopped soccer competition in most of our state. With the new EO 176 last week, we were now able to move forward with all of our fall sports. And we believe wholeheartedly that the safest and best place for our kids is in our school-based programs, with our professional educators that always put the health and safety of our kids, COVID, wellness, and mental health, all of those factors first in keeping everyone as safe and healthy as possible. There's going to be more challenges for all of us ahead. While we're back to activity, this fall will certainly look different than any fall has in decades. Keep supporting each other. Keep supporting our kids. Keep supporting those adults who are putting themselves out there in these uncertain times to be that foundation and that rock that our kids need, regardless of that sport. If we can all keep pulling together and keep doing the right things, we'll be able to add more and more threads of normalcy to our kids' lives and all of our lives as the fall turns to winter and winter turns to spring. The way that last school year ended was awful for everyone. The pandemic was so new to us, and with spring sports coming to an end, that was a really difficult decision. 2021 is going to be different, but hopefully we can make it a great and unique year. Thanks.
If you have interest in what's going on in the world of recruiting, the State Champs Scout Show premieres every Wednesday. What's the Scout Show? Glad you asked. Nothing but recruiting news from the tri-state area. Football, hoops, and more. Former Michigan State and pro quarterback Ryan Van Dyke has joined the team. He's going to be passing along recruiting tips every week. Scott Bernstein, Alan True, they're all involved. Watch it. Wednesdays on the State Champs Network social media channels, the State Champs Sports app, and StateChampsNetwork.com.
I'm Jake Durant from the UP. We had a Westpac volleyball showdown as the Negaunee Miners hosted the Iron Mountain Mountaineers. We're going to pick it up in the first set. Natalie Bell with a strong kill. That's going to give the Miners the 4-2 lead. With the Mountaineers up a point, it's Bell once again. Same spot, same shot, and same result. We're tied up at 5. Miners come right back. Emily Gauthier attacks that inside corner. She finds the gap in the Mountaineers' defense. Then it's Gauthier again with the same set shot. This time she's going to paint the back line. It's 9-7 Miners. Later, Mountaineers building a lead. Ada Roki, her shot going to get past the Mountaineers defender. It's 19-13 Negaunee. Mountaineers looking to fight back into it. Ansley Runsack gets just enough behind this shot for the kill. It's 22-16 Miners. Then the Mountaineers going to set up McKenna Smith nicely, and she's able to power a shot through. It's 23-19 Miners. Set point for Negaunee. Larissa Anderson going to hit a sneaky push shot. She'll keep it inside the sideline. Miners go on to win the match 3-1. Natalie Bell finished with a game-high 17 kills and 5 blocks for the Miners. Sierra Hendrickson had 10 digs.
I'm Lauren Plant, and we go to the west side of Michigan for the Ottawa-Kent Green Conference meet out in Helder Park in Zeeland. With the COVID-19 guidelines, you can have up to 70 runners per race, so this conference meet split up into 4 races. We begin with the first one with the boys. We had Holland, Zeeland East, Muskegon, Mona Shores, and Grand Rapids Union competing. Throughout most of the race, it was a battle for the top spot between Caden Meyer of Zeeland East and Jackson Helmer from Muskegon Mona Shores. In the end, the junior Meyer would pull away 5-second victory. Later, Holland's Hunter Tripp toe-to-toe with Marty Landis for 12th place. This was critical because Tripp allows Holland to tie East for first place overall. To the first girls race of the afternoon. In the early portion, Robin Hunt out in front with Zeeland East's Emily Messina, but the senior would start to take it up a gear, cruising to an 18-second victory. Her teammate Allison Kuzma came in second as the Chicks finished first.
On your marks.
Now to the second group of afternoon races for the boys. Zeeland West, Muskegon Reeths Puffer, Wyoming, and Muskegon in this one. And it was dominated by the boys from Zeeland West. Corbin Hausch getting out in front. The senior finishes with a time of 17 minutes and 10 seconds, 6 seconds ahead of teammate Chase Holwerda. Z West had 10 other runners place in the top 15 to take the meet. And finally, to the second girls race. Early on, a battle for the top spot between Zeeland West and Muskegon Reiths Puffer. Emma Dykens would start to pull away from the group, and she takes it comfortably. Zeeland West had 10 other runners finish in the top 15 to edge Reiths Puffer by a single point to take the meet.
Harrison Beebe reporting from Northern Michigan as we get the Traverse City volleyball rivalry between TC Central and TC West. Central getting the first chance to host, but it's the Titans that won the first two sets, 25-22 and then 25-11. Going into the third set, though, Trojans take momentum early. Kaylee Parks drops this one in the middle of the floor for the 1-0 lead. They're on the west. Sarah Schermerhorn sets up Becky Lane for the kill, and we are tied at 3. And Schermerhorn going to work with the ace. 3 out of 4 serves in a row. She delivers aces for the Titans, 8-3 lead. And then Lane gets in on the serve points as well. Another ace for them. 11-4 lead. Trojans in real trouble, already down 2-0 in the match. Emma Turnquist, why not turn to Turnquist? She gets an ace as well. At that point, it's 11-8. Trojans within 3 points. But back to West, the play of the game. Sammy Schaub gets it in the air. Madeline Johnson keeps it alive, and Schermerhorn somehow gets it over the net backwards. And they get the point as well, 16-9 West. Trojans getting back to work. Sophia Haggerty finds Sarah Auger. Nice spike there for the junior. For West looking to close out the set and the match. Allie McKenna bumps it up for McKenna Ebling. The McKenna's working hard here to get the match point. 25-17 for the set, and they take the sweep over the rival Trojans on the road, 3-0 on Wednesday night.
Hey guys, I know all of Michigan is rejoicing that high school football starts up very, very soon. And if you want to catch some of the best stories and highlights from Indiana, Ohio, and here in Michigan, and some other states too, check out Extra Point. It drops Mondays here on the State Champs Sports Network. We filtered out the best highlights of all the games we cover in all 3 states every week. It's a great time. You should check it out. State Champs Extra Point, Mondays everywhere on the State Champs Sports Network. Time now to take a look inside Lawrence Technological University. LTU offers over 100 degree programs, and their one common theme, their focus on theory and practice. The architecture program at Lawrence Tech is designed to provide a broad foundation for the development of design skills and insights.
When you come here as a freshman, you're getting right into design studios. With other colleges, you might be taking some general education classes before actually getting into design. And so LTU puts you right into the design field right off the bat.
If you see yourself studying architecture in the future, consider enrolling at Lawrence Technological University. For more information on the degree programs offered at LTU, head over to their website, ltu.edu, today.
It's time now for the State Champs Clip of the Week. Check out Madeline Johnson and Sarah Schumerhorn keep the ball in play and get the point. Nice effort, ladies. And that's your State Champs Clip of the Week.
We are all very excited that we have all sports getting going here in Michigan, and I promise you, State Champs Michigan will be there to cover a lot of it. Let us know the games you'd like us to cover. Just hit us up on social media or email the contact page at statechampsnetwork.com. I'm Lauren Plant. Please stay safe. We'll see you next week. State Champs High School Sports Show is presented by Lawrence Technological University and Lawrence Tech Athletics. For everything LTU, visit ltu.edu. You can also recruit yourself to any of Lawrence Tech's 27 collegiate athletic teams by visiting ltuathletics.com. State Champs is also brought to you by the Michigan High School Athletic Association, promoting the value and values of educational athletics. And the Michigan Army National Guard, a proud partner of the MHSAA.